Hey there, BitChute. Welcome to the Smash News Network. Least busted name in news. If you're wondering if it's a dig on CNN, well, it certainly is. CNN, the most busted name in news. We're the polar opposite. We're the least busted name in news. We cite facts. We're objective, and we've got zero propaganda, fraud, nonsense, fear-mongering, etc. happening on the channel. Here are the surface winds of the eastern world, and we've got some cold temperatures moving into places like Tasmania and southeastern Australia. That's some air blowing in from the Southern Ocean, some Antarctican air, essentially, making for some cold times as winter approaches the south of Australia, and some warmer days there in New Zealand than in Tasmania, certainly, especially western Tasmania. Anyway, those are the jet streams of the east. Here are the jet streams of the Americas. Florida flooded as forecast. That's an FFAF alert for you. FFAF, Florida flooded as forecast. So those are the jets. Here are the surface winds of the Americas. You can see that low there now moving up the coast, moving out to sea in the Atlantic. Here are the surface winds of Europe and Africa while we're turning the world as sands through the hourglass of time. These are the surface winds of your lives. Here are the jet streams. Very chaotic jet streams in the northern hemisphere. They are all over the place up there. A little bit on the incoherent side as things heat up as we approach summertime proper in the northern hemisphere. So here's your weather.gov map, and I don't know why they didn't forecast any flooding for Florida, because there is horrifying flooding in places like Miami. If your county is lit, click your county here. The URL is weather.gov. Here's your NASA GOES lightning mapper. We saw some pretty strong lightning there moving north to south over Kansas. Here's a quick real-time lightning map to see if there are any terrestrial strikes, and indeed there are. East of Wichita. Some significant cells there. Looks like some pretty severe thunderstorms happening in those regions. Let's move on, as this is not a live stream. This is a recorded video. We've got to get it uploaded onto your screens. Here's the water vapor environment over the Pacific Ocean. As you see this massive high-pressure system just hanging out for months and months at a time. A very desolate portion of the world, the South Pacific. Anyway, that's the water vapor environment over that part of planet Earth. Next, we've got a temperature anomaly forecast for you here. Keep in mind the scale here is in Celsius degrees. This is the GFS 72-hour surface temperature anomaly forecast. Next, the pressure and precipitation forecast. You can see that low is expected to move out to sea, headed toward Bermuda. Continuing on, here's where the low is currently located. And we can show the Euro forecast here. Here's the Euro forecast for how this low will move. And it's looking pretty similar to the GFS model. And it's expected to mainly brush past Bermuda there. It should be some good surf coming for the island nation. Bermuda not known as a surf spot unless there is inclement weather. Now, if you're not familiar with smashamash.com/smashteam, our latest post for gold level members only is the solar polar fields. What's attenuating them? We're writing a paper explaining the mechanism underlying the solar polar field, reversal, and solar sunspot cycles. So it's only for our gold level members. If you want to read about that, you'll have to sign up at the gold level membership. Thanks to our gold level Smash Team members. And we've got some severe weather here in Kansas, as we stated. There's the 50-state Doppler radar view. We'll focus on the lower 48. So this is a powerful looking system here. It's got two major cells. It's got like a leading edge system and then a central system. It's got a pretty odd shape to it. Let's take a look at the cloud layer in the shortwave radiation map showing clouds and fog. There you can see that system. And the water vapor should help with the prediction of its trajectory. It's going to stagnate a little bit here because there's not really very much of an impulse to push it to the east. So that's why these systems are moving in such weird directions, like north to south. Here's your recap. Got rain over a good portion of the northern part of the country here. There's clouds and fog at night. Too dark to see those over most of the country using a visible satellite. And there is the water vapor map. We hope you're able to forecast your own weather. We thank you for tuning into the Smash News Network, Least Busted Name in News. And may that terrestrial wind be at your back. If you like the merch, click on the Smasho merch link at smashomash.com.